everybody, it's Tammy Frou-frou Studio. Welcome back. It's week 4 of Color Combo 2023, and today we are doing olive green and gray. So if you're new to the channel and just now starting to follow the Color Combo challenge, the previous videos are in a playlist on my channel, and you can also search the hashtag Color Combo 2023 on Instagram, and you can see everybody's great makes. I am so impressed with what everybody is doing, and I do appreciate everybody that has joined the challenge so far. And if you haven't, it's not too late. There is no time limit on this challenge. I'm not going to say that you have to be done with a certain week by a certain time. You know, this is a type of challenge that you can do whenever you want to. If you want to do it once a week, that's fine. If you come to a week and you can't get to it, or you don't want to do that particular challenge, I don't have an issue with that either. The point of this was something that I wanted to challenge myself to do, and that was to get out of the box and use colors that I would not normally use, and I would just pass them up and have little bits and scraps of things in my scrap box that I would just keep flipping through and not using. And so this is kind of forcing me to look beyond those colors that I normally look for and see things in other options that I have available that I can use and use up some of my scraps. So that's what we're doing. Every week I am doing 2 different layouts. I'm doing one layout. Let me move my stuff out of the way here. I'm doing one layout that is in this little book, and it's a double page layout. In this little book, the pages are about 5 by 5.5 or something to that effect. And so they're not real big. And I kind of had started this before I started the challenge, just kind of using up some of my scraps and creating collages. And that's where I came up with the challenge of using, you know, colors that I don't normally use to get rid of some of my scraps, really. Work on my collaging and get rid of some of my scraps. So this is the first layout that I'm going to do is in this book. The second layout that I'm going to do is just on a little index card. It is a plain index card that I found these at a thrift store. They, you know, have this little plastic cover on them. They had a ring, and I've just been going through and making a really quick collage with the colors. Again, with my scraps and little bits and pieces, and just keeping them on this little ring. So if you don't have time to do something like this, you know, do something like this. And it doesn't have to be these kind of cards. It can be anything. It can be a tag. It can be an envelope, a playing card, you know, a piece of paper that you cut up. Whatever you want to do. You can do bigger than this if you want. You can, you know, do something that's a journal page that's going to be used in a journal later. It can be a piece of ephemera that you're going to use in a journal later. Whatever you want. I don't have any rules about anything like that. The only rule is you have to use the 2 colors that are on the challenge. And like I said, this week it's kind of an olivey green and gray. And the reason that I'm kind of specifying the green is that we have green later. We're going to have green later in the year that's going to be a primary color, you know, the primary color like gray is this time. And So I don't want you to use up all your green, and then, you know, when it comes to getting to that green 4 weeks, that you don't have anything left to use, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So the first thing that I'm going to do on this particular layout is I'm going to create just a collaged background. I'm kind of doing a Greek, kind of a Greek theme on this one, just because I ran across some stuff that I thought would work really well in this particular challenge. So this is a Greek, it's written in Greek, but it's also on Greek mythology. So I'm going to use some of that, and I'm just going to create a little collage here real quick for my background. So I hope everybody's having a good weekend, or had a good weekend, because this will actually film on, or release on Tuesday. So you all have already had your weekend. Scoot up, make sure I'm in frame. And I'm just going to use glue stick on this to get my background down. Anyway, this is just a scrap piece of book paper. It said Paper Studio on the back, so I assume it is from Hobby Lobby at some point in my life. And it has to be pretty old because I haven't been to Hobby Lobby in years. I know, it's hard to believe, but I haven't. I don't have anything against Hobby Lobby. Well, I won't say that I don't have anything against my Hobby Lobby. No, I'm saying that wrong. I don't have anything against Hobby Lobby in general. I have something against my Hobby Lobby. They are terribly understaffed. They don't ever have enough people working. And they carry the same 5 things. So if you don't want those 5 things and you want something new, you're not going to find it at my Hobby Lobby. I don't know who their buyer is, but they're not very good. So that's why I haven't been, because I know if I go, it's going to be the same stuff they've always had. I don't know if it's like that at your Hobby Lobby, but it is at mine. Okay. And then on this side, I'm going to put this little piece that is actually a book page. I guess I paid $1 for the book. On the back piece of this paper, it says $1. Oops, I just tore the corner off. That's all right. We can put it back. Oops. Now it's stuck to my fingers. Okay. So there is kind of my background. And I think I also want to use a piece of this because I want to stamp I think that, yeah, this is Tim Holtz paper. I want to stamp one of these these I got in a Cray or Cray. I'm not sure how that is said correctly. Monthly subscription kind of thing. And that's where most of the things I'm going to use. One of the monthly kits was these kind of Greek things, and I have never used them. So we're going to take one of these, I think, and stamp on here. Let me get a acrylic block here out of my drawer. I think this one will work. And I'm going to use Hickory Smoke to stamp on this, which is gray. I'm hoping it's going to be dark enough. I might want to try it on that scrap piece that I just put over there first. Especially since I've not used a stamp. I probably should use Black Archival, at least for the first one. Let's try. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Let me get this. Let's do it with black first. Get it primed up a little bit here. And actually, I may do it in black because make sure I get it good and inked up since I've not used it. All right, here we go. Okay, and I like how that has the little, this is intentional. That's the way the stamp is, and I think that's kind of cool. I've got this piece I'm going to put right here, I think. All right, so let's tear this down just a little bit more. So I can see my book page a little more. And then I'm going to take some more book page. Yeah, like that. Okay. So, let's ink this. And let's use the gray. Okay, let's put some glue on there. So is everybody enjoying the challenge? I'm really enjoying it. And I'm, like I said, really enjoying looking at what you guys are doing. That is a lot of fun, seeing what you're creating and reading your comments. It's the best part. Okay, now I'm going to make a mess, obviously. I'm going to take this Tim Holtz, this is the Tarnished Brass crayon, and go around the edge, because I have another piece that has a little bit of gold. And I'm also going to do some gold splatters. And no, that's not gray, and that's not green. But you don't have to do, you can use other colors. You don't have to limit yourself to just the two colors we're using, but they need to be used in what you're doing, if that makes sense. And I want this to have just a little touch of gold around the corner, or around the edges. Okay, and let's put my other piece of book page, and I'm going to bring this over to the off center. I don't want it centered. Okay. So again, I'm going to take the gray and go around this. Just a little bit. We don't have to do a lot. About right there, I think. And then I have this little kind of vellum-y sticker. That I'm gonna put on there. And what else do I have? I think I'm gonna put, this is tape, washi tape that came in that same kit. I think I'm gonna pop that up a little bit with some foam tape. So I want it to be raised up. Okay, I'll just put 3 little strips of foam tape on the back. And then I'm going to struggle to get the backing off of it. So bear with me just a second. And we'll get these off. Oops, I kind of accidentally glued or taped that down in the process, but that's okay. We can live with that. We gotta get it down there anyway, right? So I'm gonna use art glitter glue. And just put a little bit here and there. All right, now let's see what kind of other stamps we've got in here. I was thinking that we could use a couple of stamps up in there, but I don't like any of those, so we'll find something else in a minute. Let me get this edge right here. All right, so now let's work on this side. On this side, I've got a bigger kind of one of those things. And I made this little thing, which is a coin holder with one of the pieces of the washi in there. And then I stamped it with just some random stamps. So I thought we could put that there. And I've also got this guy that I'm thinking I'm gonna do right there, kind of like that. All right, so I think I'm gonna use double-sided tape on this one. I'm trying to put my pin in my glue, sorry for the delay there. All right, so let's get there it is. I was trying to find the top to my glue stick. I'm losing everything, guys. Okay, so oh, that worked well. Sorry, I know I'm kind of off screen, but my arms are only so long when I have to get it up to my eyeballs so that I can see. Might be a little piece of this green over in this corner. think it needs it. Oh, I don't want to forget this either. I can't pick it up. Okay, like that. Just cover his face. Yeah, with this plastic thing, you got a little bit longer to move that art glitter glue around, which is nice. Okay, let's glue this down. Oops, right on the clear part. Okay, all better. Again, I'm using the hickory smoke. I just want a little piece of this other green pattern down here in the corner. Okay. I don't want to cover up my mythology word. Maybe we'll take another scrap of this. It's not really the right shape. Yep, that's the right way. Now I'm just kind of tying things together. Now that I've got my main layout how I want it. And that's just putting little random pieces here and there where I feel like they're needed. to kind of make the whole thing kind of flow. Okay. Feel like we need a green right here. Or maybe right here. Or maybe one of these. I'd like to have a piece of washi right there. I think I have some that's got a green. What else? What else do we have here? Oh, I like this one. This one's got like a column drawing on it. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause just a minute and grab some green washi, and then I think we will do some little gold splatters, and I think we'll have this one whipped. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I found a couple. I found this one, which is a Tim Holtz, which I think will look really good. And then I also grabbed one that's got some gold on it that I think will look really good. I think this one will look really good going across this little seam right here. So I'm going to put that there. And I'm also going to put a piece of this over here somewhere. Thinking maybe just like running down beside this. Kind of like that. Except maybe straight would be good. And that was on that big page, so it's not going to stick now. So we'll start over. Let me turn it this way for a second so I can see what I'm doing here. I still didn't get it straight. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay, and we need one more piece of this. Let me just put it here. Okay, and then our green, I want to put a piece up here for sure. And then maybe a piece here. And here. There we go. All right, now we're gonna do some gold. And I decided instead of splattering, I'm gonna use this stamp that I have here, which is just a little splattery kind of looking stamp. And I'm sorry, I do not recall where I got it. I believe that it's a Tim Holtz, and I believe that it was on one of the sets that are exclusive at Joann's, that are the clear stamps instead of the rubber stamps, but I could not swear to that. Okay, and I'm going to spray it with some water. Van Gogh watercolor is what I'm using. And the color is deep gold. And I'm going to mix it up a little bit here with my water pen, because I also want to go around that. I didn't get enough on there, I don't think, from the crayon, so I'm going to go around it with this to give it just a little bit more color. And if you have not used these Van Gogh watercolors, I highly recommend them. They're awesome. Both the palette type and the tubes are both awesome. Okay, and now let's take our stamp and see if we can get some gold on here and put some splatters without making too big of a mess. Oops, see, that's what I was afraid was going to happen. Is my stamp not sticking? Okay. I feel like using this is a little bit more controlled than using just a brush to do it, which I seem to not be able to do that very well. Sometimes it comes out really good and sometimes it's really scary. Okay. So I'm going to put that to the side and let that dry, and then we'll do the little project, and then I'll show you at the end what that looks like. It won't take long to dry because it is watercolor. All right, little project. Little project's going to be really quick. So here's my card. I'm going to take this little gray background here. And cover my card. I'm looking for my wipe off rag because I've got gold right there, and I know if I don't wipe it up, I'm gonna end up with it on me. And I have no clue where it is. Oh, I was sitting on it. That's good, huh? Okay, so there's that. And gonna ink it again with the hickory smoke. Punch my hole back in there so I can put my card back on the ring when we're done. All right, and then I'm going to take this piece, which is Tim Holtz, and I'm going to cut a piece. I'm going to cut it so that it's square on the sides and the top and ripped on the bottom. Kind of like that. All right, so I'm going to put that down now. And I'm going to use art glitter glue because it won't warp my page like the glue stick. Or my card, I should say. And if I keep layering that glue stick, it's going to really warp everything up. Alright. Now I'm going to take this green eyelash yarn. And this gray eyelash yarn. I'll just kind of bunch it up and put it on there. Do that with Fabri-Tac. Everything's sticking to me. Driving me crazy. And then I have this little, and this is from scrapbook paper. Do I know the name? Authentique, I think it is. Let me see here. It is from the Youngster collection from Authentique. And it was something that I had gotten to make like a little boy's journal. And it was just a piece I had left over. And actually, I'm going to cut this quote off. I love to read the quotes on Authentique's paper. I think I'm going to use this quote on this card. I'll have to cut it up a little bit. It's a little long, but we'll make it work. Okay, in one of the pieces on there, it had a heart that was puzzle pieces. And so I cut it apart. I keep catching my sleeves on everything. It's about to drive me nuts. I cut it apart. I may not be able to put it back together, but I cut it apart. Okay, so it goes like that. Then that goes like that. And then that is not right. This goes like this. Nope. So that does go like that. Oh, and that goes like that. So it goes like that. So I'm going to ink around the edges, and then we're going to kind of put it back together. But we're not going to put it all the way together. We're going to make it look like it's just a little bit apart. And I'm using vintage photo on this. And I am going to pop the pieces off the surface a little bit. Oh, while I'm at it, let me go around my card. All right, so if I take my foam tape, whatever I did with it, here we'll use these little squares, 'cause I don't need a whole lot. It would probably work better than that tape anyway. That tape's kind of big for these. Okay, now, let me make sure I get them in the right order. And I don't think I'm going to fiddle with trying to take the tape off the back of those. I'm just going to put Fabri-Tac on there because I'm not sure that that tape will hold on top of this yarn well anyway. So I'm just going to kind of glue them on there. thing about it is that when you have to cut it up and it's so narrow. Okay, let's see. Try to keep your soul young and quivering right up to old age. Let's ink it first. Just a little bit. Woo! Let's see if I can pull a little bit of that out, because I know it's not dry yet. I'm getting glue sticky all over me. All right, there we go. So that is our quick project, which I don't know how quick I was with that today, but sort of quick, I guess. If I wasn't so fumbly, it'd have been a lot quicker. So let's bring our big project back. Take a look at it. It should be pretty close to dry. All right, so here is our big project. I'll try to hold it up so you can see it. And here is our little card. I think that turned out real cute. And now I will go ahead and tell you guys the next 4 weeks colors, so that you, as you're going through your stash, can be preparing for the next 4 weeks. Now that we've finished our study on gray, we can move on to the next color. And our next color is red. So we're going to be working with red for the next 4 weeks. The first color combination is paprika and tan, apple red and teal or aqua, rouge red and pink, and burgundy and black. And the reason that I have gotten more narrowed down to the reds is because I want to not only see red, I not only want to see red, I not only want to look for red, I want to look for particular reds so that I am recognizing the difference between a burgundy red or an apple red or a rouge red. And so I think by narrowing down the particular red for each week that we can do that, and we can study the whole range of reds, not just one particular red. Does it have to be exact? No, it doesn't. But if you can, when you're pulling out your reds, choose different colors of reds, different varieties of reds. Don't make everything Christmas red. That's going to be what everybody has, is Christmas red, because we use that a lot in our makes. Look for different varieties of red to use. And if you can't find something, you know, that's paprika, you know, of course, when I say a paprika, it's more of an orangey red. You know, it's to the orange side. An apple red, you know, that's probably more of a true red. Rougey red. To me, a rougey red is more to the pinky side. That's why I matched it with a pink. And then, of course, burgundy. And burgundy can, you know, vary from, you know, a more purpley kind of red to a really deep, deep red. So when you're looking, and I actually have from previous week, make sure this is dry before I flip over, I actually did a red and teal spread in this book before I started, and that was this one. And it is actually one of my favorite color combos, and so you know, won't struggle with this one at all. But you can see, you know, this is more of an appley kind of red, or a cherry kind of red. So when you're going and looking through your reds, you know, look for other shades of red other than Christmas red, I guess is my point. So, oh, and I wanted to show you one more thing. Today we had green, and this is a alcohol drawing that I did with just alcohol inks and a paintbrush. And when I was looking for my stuff, I came across this that I had made, and I was like, you know, sometimes we use these color combinations and we don't realize we're using them until something draws our attention to it. But as you can see in this drawing, I used quite a bit of gray and green together, and I really like this color combination. But it, you know, if I was going to make a journal and I was going to pick gray and green to go together, I probably wouldn't do it. And so, but as you can see in this, which, you know, I don't claim to be an alcohol ink artist at all, but as you can see in nature, you know, gray and green goes fine together. So, I just thought that was interesting that I came across that when I was looking for gray and green. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you are are going to continue on with the challenge. And I'm looking forward to the red series. I think that February is a good month with Valentine's Day and everything else to kind of be going through red. So I'm looking forward to seeing your makes and seeing what you come up with. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And again, if you want to see everyone else's makes, you can put in hashtag ColorCombo2023 into Instagram, and everybody's stuff will pop up, and you can see what everybody's been doing. And if you are participating, if you'll use this hashtag in either your YouTube video, excuse me, I'm getting a tickle, or on Instagram, I can find it. So, until the next time, I hope everybody has a great week, and I will see you guys back soon. Bye.